We continue to support the struggles against all forms of discrimination, whether it's caste, color, creed, or any other form at all, whether it's for racial discrimination. We have been championing that particular fight since our inception. It is through the work of the Indian Workers' Association that in Britain, and the government that governs Ireland still today, and the UK law, that the legislation was enshrined in 1976 called the Race Relation Act. That came about because of the continued struggle of the Indian Workers' Association to bring that about. The Indian Workers' Association, prior to that, just 1 year before that, was the Declaration of Emergency in India, 1975. And the Indian Workers' Association, along with this, the political organization called the Association of Indian Communists, gave voice to the voices that were silenced during the emergency. Gave voice to democracy and democratic rights. And upheld that we need to be saying something and we need to be upholding that. So the IW has a glorious history of fighting against all sorts of discrimination, has taken cases to the United Nations, has taken cases to the European Court of Human Rights. We have been campaigning for trade union rights, for equality. As migrants working in a foreign country, we asked for equality. Because when we came, we had the same problems that new migrants still face today. To get basic housing, access to education, access to employment, access to training, access to finance. We had all those issues. Those issues we still face today. New migrants still face them today. So we worked on all those aspects of discrimination that we had to challenge. And we continue to do that. And I'm sure you would not be surprised if you've been following some of the British history. The industrial relations, the way that has been changed. And that's what we said, the role of women. Some of the most successful strikes that have been led by migrants have been led by women. The most sustained, the lengthiest strikes have been led by women, and Asian women at that. So it's a matter of pride for us, that to get women organized, for them to take up the cudgels and the slogans and the fight for equality has been done. When you enjoy equal wages for males and females, that's a struggle by women. Women took that fight forward and said, we will fight for that. When the UK government now talks about the minimum working wage, that did not come about by itself. That was again the Indian Workers' Association putting that on the agenda, that forced the Labour Party to put it on a national conference and make it part of its manifesto. That was delivered. But we still have a long way to go, because that minimum working wage is not a living wage. It is a very small amount of money that doesn't even allow you to bring a fiancé over if you want to bring a fiancé over from India or elsewhere. Because the demand for that, to show that amount of money, is more than the minimum wage that the government is prepared to pay. So our demand on that still goes on. We've had changes, many changes in immigration acts, in immigration bills, that the government of this country and ministers go to India, go to Pakistan, go to Bangladesh, go to Sri Lanka and say, please come here.